A small German town called Herzogenaurach. Two brothers walk into a lawyer's office to do something that seems absolutely insane. They're splitting their successful shoe company directly down the middle. Not because of money, not because of business strategy, but because they hate each other so much they can't stand to be in the same room. Those two brothers were Adolf and Rudolf Dassler, and their feud didn't just destroy their family, it tore their entire town apart and created two of the biggest sports brands on the planet. This is Adidas versus Puma, and honestly, this might be the pettiest, most destructive family fight in business history. Let's rewind to the 1920s. Two brothers in a tiny German town start making shoes in their mother's laundry room. Adolf, everyone calls him Adi, is the craftsman, obsessed with design, constantly experimenting, perfectionist energy. Rudolf, Rudy, is the charismatic one, the salesman, the guy who can talk anyone into anything. Together, they're a perfect team. Adi makes incredible shoes. Rudy sells them. The Dassler Brothers shoe company starts taking off. By the 1930s, they're doing well, really well. And then comes their massive breakthrough, the 1936 Berlin Olympics. Adi somehow convinces Jesse Owens, the greatest sprinter in the world, to wear Dassler shoes. Owens goes out and wins 4 gold medals, 4, and suddenly, the entire world is talking about these German brothers making revolutionary athletic shoes. Business explodes. The company is thriving. The brothers are successful. And here's the thing. When a family business is making money, everyone's happy. Everyone gets along. But when things get complicated, that's when you find out if the partnership can survive. World War II was about to test these brothers in ways they never imagined. During the war, the Dassler factory gets converted to produce military boots. Both brothers join the Nazi Party, which, look, most business owners in Germany had to if they wanted to survive. It's an ugly part of the story, but it happened. The war grinds on. Resources are scarce. Stress is through the roof. And the brothers? They start turning on each other. Now here's where it gets murky. Nobody knows exactly what went down. Both brothers told different versions. The truth probably died with them. But something happened that shattered their relationship completely. Some say there was an incident during an Allied bombing raid. Rudy made a comment that Adi took as a betrayal. Others claim Adi tried to get Rudy arrested by the Gestapo to take control of the company. The accusations fly from both sides, and honestly, we'll never know the full truth. But here's what we do know. By 1947, these brothers aren't just disagreeing about business. They despise each other. Their wives hate each other. The entire family is fractured. And in 1948, they make it official. They're splitting everything. The company, the assets, the factories, straight down the middle. Adi takes one side of the town. Rudy takes the other. They're literally on opposite sides of the river, glaring at each other. And that's when this family drama becomes a full-blown war. Both brothers launch their new companies within months of each other. Adi takes his nickname Adi and combines it with the first 3 letters of Dassler. Adidas is born. 3 stripes. Clean. Classic. Rudy originally tries Ruda but quickly realizes that sounds terrible. So he pivots to something catchier, Puma. The leaping cat logo, aggressive, fast. Now you'd think they'd just compete like normal businesses and move on with their lives, right? Absolutely not. This became personal on a level that's hard to comprehend. Every single innovation one brother made, the other tried to destroy or one-up. Every athlete one signed, the other tried to steal. This wasn't competition, this was warfare. Adidas goes all in on performance. Adi develops screw-in studs for football boots, completely revolutionary. He signs national teams and major athletes. The 3 stripes become iconic. Puma positions itself as the faster, sleeker brand. Rudy focuses on speed, style, and sprinters. The cat logo becomes legendary. And here's where this story gets absolutely wild. The entire town of Herzogenaurach becomes a battlefield. If you worked for Adidas, you didn't socialize with Puma employees. There were Adidas bars and Puma bars, Adidas bakeries and Puma bakeries, Adidas families and Puma families. People would literally check what shoes you were wearing before deciding whether to talk to you. If you were dating someone from the wrong company, your family might disown you. Kids growing up in this town were born into one side or the other. You didn't choose Adidas or Puma. You inherited it like a family legacy. This wasn't just a business rivalry. This was a town divided by a grudge. But the feud didn't stay in a small German town. It went global, and it got even more ruthless. The 1960s and 70s become the golden age of their competition. Both brands explode internationally, and they're fighting over every major athlete and every major sporting event. The 1970 World Cup, Adidas sponsors the official match ball. But Puma? Puma signs Pelé, literally the most famous footballer on the planet. And Pelé, Genius that he is, asks the referee for a timeout right before kickoff so he can tie his shoes on camera. The cameras zoom in. Puma logo, front and center, legendary marketing move. The Olympics are pure chaos. Both brands are throwing absurd amounts of money at athletes. There are stories of runners wearing Adidas during the race and switching to Puma for the medal ceremony just to get paid by both. The bidding wars are absolutely ruthless. Muhammad Ali, Puma. Franz Beckenbauer, Adidas. Every major athlete becomes a chess piece in this decades-long grudge match. And the brothers, they never reconcile, not once. They refuse to speak. They refuse to be in the same room. They won't even acknowledge each other's existence. When their mother dies, they attend her funeral on different days. Let that sink in. Their own mother's funeral, and they can't put their hatred aside long enough to both show up. Adi dies in 1978. Rudi dies in 1974. They're buried in the same cemetery in Herzogenaurach, as far apart as physically possible. Even in death, they couldn't stand to be near each other. Today, Adidas and Puma are worth a combined $100+ billion. They're two of the biggest sportswear brands on earth. The three stripes, the leaping cat, you see them everywhere. And Herzogenaurach, they still call it the town of bent necks because people are always looking down to check what shoes you're wearing. But here's the interesting part. Would these brands be as successful if the brothers had stayed together? Maybe, but probably not. The hatred, the competition, the obsession with destroying each other, that's what drove both of them to innovate relentlessly. Every product launch was a personal attack. Every athlete signing was a declaration of war. They pushed each other to be better, faster, more creative, not because they wanted to build great companies, but because they wanted to humiliate each other. In 2009, more than 60 years after the split, employees from Adidas and Puma finally played a friendly football match together, a symbolic peace offering. But let's be real. The rivalry is still there. Every product drop, every athlete endorsement, every marketing campaign, Adidas and Puma are still fighting the same war their founders started. Two brothers who hated each other so much they destroyed their family, divided their town, and refused to speak for decades. And in doing so, they accidentally created two global empires. So next time you lace up your Adidas superstars or slip on your Puma suedes, remember, those shoes exist because two brothers couldn't stand each other. Family feuds. Sometimes they destroy everything. Sometimes they build empires. If you enjoyed this story, hit like and subscribe for more rivalries that created the brands you know. See you in the next one.